once you log in to Study Island, this is what you will see. You can see the grade, the class you're working with. I'm looking under 8th grade North Carolina Standards Mastery. This is a language arts class. These will represent topics assigned. So if you click on a different class, hit submit. This one has the diagnostic assigned to them. This will then let you know how they've done, if they have completed it. This particular class has not used Study Island yet. You can also see as you begin to complete it, there will be different colors here that will represent the different standards, and it will show where they are. The colors represent different things. You can also see the trends here of what they've done and how they're doing. So there's a lot of reports that you can pull through this. I'm going to jump down here to Walk Me. You can come in and ask questions. A quick guide. This is going to tell you the color codes that will pull up from that original list that I showed you. You also have on the student cards down here. This will change colors based on have they got it or not. You can see right here, online, offline. You also have progress. It will show in different colors. And then their topics. So all of that will pop up so you can see how they're doing. Under Class Manager, that is where if I've gotten a new student in, your admin at your school will have to add them. But you can click Edit Class, a little pencil. You would go down here to, this is an 8th grade class. I would come down and put a check beside whichever one of my students. Maybe this is my new student. And put a check. And then hit submit. And I do not want to do that since that student is not in. Okay? And you can return to Classroom Manager. So you just put check in the box to add students. When you get to this page, which is called Class Manager, you see some other options over here. You also can add a whole new class if you need to. You can view your class roster. So there's a lot of different options here. Let's look at the Teacher Toolkit. So this just pulls in things that you can look and resources that are easy to use with the search bar. So I thought that might come in handy if you need to do that. So let's go back to our teacher page. This is where you can see your different areas, announcements from the company. Your assignments, you can create your own. Your Classroom Manager, you also have a password list, which that's set by the county, but you can see. You can have email reports scheduled, so you can look into that by clicking there. But let's go back into Classroom Manager, where we were, and we want to add an assignment. So we're going to click on the second little icon. This is where you add assignments. Now you do have to activate. Okay, they will then be able to see it, but if you want to create this ahead of time, you wouldn't want to activate it yet. You then click on Add Assignment. You want to create an assignment, and you could do a writing or a test builder. Those were your options across the top. Title it. Let's say we're going to work on point of view. You could give instructions. I'm going to make this due in December. I don't need the calculator. You might need some of that for your math. Now I'm going to do Next. I select my program. So this is 8th grade ELA. And I want to do the point of view right here. Now you can also preview the lesson ahead of time, which I had already looked at. It pops up in another window. So this is the actual lesson they're going to see. It gives them a video and 2 practice questions. Then you can actually see this will be the quiz. This is the worksheet, excuse me. This is the worksheet, so you can print it. You can hide the multiple choice, and then they have to write a response, or you can do it in Word. So that's another option you have there. That was actually the worksheet I clicked. And this is the view objective. So it shows you what objective you're meeting. So that's all your different options. Different ones look different ways. So there's another one. You see it's a small section and then some questions. And they can answer them through the lesson or at the end of the lesson in the student view, as I will show you through the student view what they see and how it moves them on. You can do constructive response just by sliding that over if you choose to. So you can do yes if you choose to do that. And you see all the different ideas that you can do. So once you select it, you select your students. If you want it for all your classes, you would just select them all. Save and exit. And that has now been assigned to all those students, and there's the due date. After it's completed, you've got assignment results. You also have view details. You can go back and edit it. You can deactivate or you can delete it altogether. So those are your options there. That is the basics to get you started. There's a lot more you can do. You can adjust student difficulty one at a time, or what requires the passing. So I'll show you that just a second. Let's say this first period needs to be adjusted. I can select them, and then I can make the passing level even easier. Maybe that's a lower group. I can hit submit, and I want them all, and now their passing is going to be a lower level. So that's a way that you can differentiate. And you can up it as well. There's your password list if you want to create it, as I mentioned earlier. So that's a real quick walkthrough of Study Island. It is a great resource. It has a lot of information out there, and hope you found that helpful.